Dogs were created in the wild. We have taken these beautiful creatures and we say, let's bring them into our home. And then we just go, okay, be perfect, right? And don't chew and don't bark and don't dig and all of the things that dogs do. When we talk about inventing dog toys, what we're trying to do is address a dog's natural instincts. I am from originally upstate New York. My dad was a farmer and he was also a CEO of a plastics company. He really molded the person I am today. I just always wanted to be like him, and he was a visionary, pretty similar to my dad. I always say I think it's so funny because that's where my beginning passion for animals started, was on the farm. I work with animals and plastic toys, basically what my dad did.
I started a graphic design business in college, and then I bought a printing company. One of my customers came to me and asked me to buy the company. And the next day, my sister Allison calls me and asks me if I want to go have this amazing opportunity in Hong Kong. She asked me to come over there and run her packaging department. My sister gave me an opportunity to learn product development. I did really well for a period of time. 2008 hit, and that was a real tough time on me and my business. My sister passed away, and that was devastating. And then like 7 months later, I lost my nephew, and he was my favorite guy. And it was a tough year. You know, I was searching and searching and searching, and I made a call to this company, and they decided to hire me, and they hired me to Golden. And that's where I met Amy. Amy she was my product manager. I was her boss.
In 2011, my dad passed away in November. I took a leave of absence in the beginning of October to go home and to be with him. I came back in January, and before I came back, I'll never forget, I made my call to my president of the company, who I had always worked directly under and learned so much from. And I told her, okay, I'm ready to come back. And she said, great. Well, you're not going to be reporting to me anymore. We've just hired someone, and this person's going to be your new boss.
At first, we did not get along at all. She was not happy that she had a new boss.
We gradually really started to like one another, and we were put on a special project together where we just became really good friends. We both went through some different challenging times in our personal life.
I went through my tough time. I was sitting in my office, and I'm looking out the window, and she comes in after her tough time. And she looks at me and she's like, are you okay? And I said, yeah, things just aren't right in my life. And she said, things aren't coming together for me either. And with that, we just immediately connected. And it was like at that moment, it was magical. It was magical.
It was so clear that he and I were just meant to be together.
We have 6 kids. We're like the modern day Brady Bunch. It's been hard balancing it, for many years, and we certainly weren't ready to start our own brand many years ago when I was pushing her to do that.
A little over a year ago, we had left a very large trade show in the pet industry, and he said, Amy, I really think it's time to start our own brand. I really leaned into it, and I followed. By starting Guru, by being in charge from start to finish, we were able to be in control of everything from the colors to the wall thickness to the safety and the durability for the dogs. When we design and develop products, they have to pass the Chew Crew.
Bear is our Labradoodle. He's our most gentle soul that we have. He loves plush toys.
Bear loves to carry.
Then we have Booker, and Booker's our golden doodle.
He is my tennis ball guy, my rope guy, all of my fetch and retrieval toys. Duke is my mega chewer.
You can give him any toy at any time and he is ready to go at it.
When we need tough and durable, it has to pass the Duke test. And then we have Daisy.
She's probably, I hate to say we have favorites, but we all do, kind of.
She and JJ are just attached at the hip, and he just absolutely loves her.
Miles is our very best tester as far as puzzles.
And he is super sweet and has the softest, most gentlest eyes. And he is definitely a mommy's boy.
Then we have Larry. Larry is, he's our other greyhound.
He is kind of a terror, I'm not gonna lie.
He's also one of our puzzlers. They're amazing puzzlers.
They love to work for food, and they are just the best testers for our foraging treat toys. I come up with different ideas a lot of times from playing with the dogs. Often it starts on just a quiet run in the morning, really just clearing my head. A lot of times I'll come back from my run and talk to JJ about it. And then we will typically pick that back up, either on a hike or going to downtown Golden, really just spending time together, talking about the product.
I love this spot, and we come up with so many great ideas here. Amy will give me her ideas and I'll start sketching it down. Usually, we'll spend a lot of time downtown at a few places that we like to go that are very inspirational and very creative for us. I'll grab a cocktail napkin and I'll bring a pen and I'll start sketching the idea.
And we could do classic shapes, like we could do a regular shape,
Yeah.
and then at some point maybe we could put a ball.
We have to knot it on both ends, right?
The back and forth of the beginnings of this beautiful product, it starts, just with a thought. He really does have that ability to see kind of what I see.
Then I'll come back and I will sketch it out in a little more detail. After that, we go into 3D renderings where we can really tighten things up and look at everything from a three-dimensional perspective. Then once we get out of the 3D rendering phase, we go into the CAD phase. We're building the physical model so that we can then take that and create working prototypes. When we get them, we develop them, we change them, we work with them, we test them with our dogs to make sure that they're good. And then once they're good, then we move into that final CAD phase, and that's when we start building our molding tools. So once we get our final parts out of the mold, that's when I need to take my tools. This is my durometer tool. This allows me to test the hardness of the material.
Whether we're in our personal life or whether it goes into dog toys, it's the same thing. It's kind of like, I equate it to like writing music, right? And I might come up with the tune, but JJ's writing the notes. And when we get done, we have this beautiful song, and it's just a dog toy. We will continue to evolve into different categories. We do have a cat, so we will do cat products, but our gift and our specialty is innovation. We are different than everybody else. We have a different family. We have 6 dogs and 6 kids. We have a different marriage. We live together, we work together, and we are gonna bring our very best, and that means designing outside the box. So we're just gonna continue on that trajectory and bring our very best to the pet industry and to the dogs.